Well, the great thing with Aang's film is he was able to do Aang's vision based on some of the comic books, but the comic books span 45 years. So there's so many wonderful stories, so many wonderful characters to draw from. And so his was an origin story. We didn't need to start over with an origin story this time. You know, Bruce has the Hulk inside him. He's on the run. And that is a theme we were able to draw on from the television series, which is another keystone for the film.
The action is important in all the films that we do. With Hulk in particular, there's an expectation from the comics, of course, of immense spectacle and action. And I think we had some of that in the first film. I think we needed to deliver much, much more of it. And one of the reasons we hired Louis, who I think you've spoken to already, was because of his eye for action, because of his eye for spectacle and for unique visuals. He also, as Gale rightfully points out, has worked with great actors before, has delivered performances. He did a great movie called Unleashed where he directed people like Morgan Freeman and Bob Hoskins and Jet Li. So he was a guy who can fit, who's a young director. He can fit in that world of action and character and story, which is what Marvel movies are all about. You know, I mentioned on the panel that when we start any of these films, the director and all of us and the producers will cut our favorite moments out of comic books. We'll look through the images and things that inspire us. And usually one room, whether it's the director's office, the conference room, the art department, will end up with 4 walls full of this inspiration. And just the other day, I was looking behind Louis' desk at the 4 or 5 key images that has stayed with him this whole time. I said, Louis, do you realize every one of them is in this film? Every one of those images are in this film, and they can be, whether it's the inspiration for seeing Hulk rip a car in half and then use those 2 halves of the car to beat down the Abomination, or just simply the way smoke will trail off of the Hulk having leapt through a smoke-filled corridor. All that imagery is there.
There's a duality in Edward Norton. If you look at Primal Fear, if you look at Fight Club, you know, he has something where you can see that there's 2 sides of him. And that is so much what Bruce Banner is. He's an average-looking guy. He's not a bodybuilder. He could be anybody, but at the same time he's intelligent and he has that duality. He has something inside him that is fighting to get out. Well, isn't it great that now Marvel Studios, you know, the creator of the Marvel Universe, is able to cross-pollinate their characters in films that they control, and I think that's something that the fans have been so eager for, and now they'll have that satisfied in the movies that Marvel makes from now on.
And I very much want Iron Man and Hulk and someday Thor and Captain America and Ant-Man to live and breathe in their own franchises as well. What we can do, which we've never been able to do before, because each of our most popular heroes are usually trapped within other studios, which, by the way, are great for them, and with Sony is doing an amazing job with Spider-Man, and Fox, of course, with Fantastic Four and X-Men. Great ongoing partnerships there. But with the ones that are residing in Marvel, we'll be able to cross-pollinate and, frankly, just give to the movie-going audience what the comic readers have had for years, which is a Marvel universe where the characters can interact with each other. And we only touch the surface on that in a way that I hope just gets people excited for the possibilities to come in these first 2 films. Edgar is working on his next draft of Ant-Man with his co-writer Joe Cornish. We have Mark Protasevich working on Thor. We're looking for a rewrite of Captain America very soon, and there'll be announcements this summer about the next 2 films.
Punisher Warzone comes out in December.
Yeah. Where are we at with that one right now?
We are in post-production, early post-production. We just finished the last few scenes in late January.
And I'm hearing crazy action in that one too, right?
Crazy action, a great Punisher in Ray Stevenson from the Rome series.
So cool.
Titus Pulo.
So good.
I mean, he looks like he stepped out of a Tim Bradstreet cover.